Welcome back. In this video, you will learn how the object dependency works with the cloning feature. Here, firstly, I am going to create a sequence object which is going to be even underscore sequence. It is going to start with the value 2 and increment every time by 2. Next, I am going to create a table which is referring to a sequence object. And this sequence is used to generate a next value. Next, I am going to create a new table called the order with sequence table having a sequence as an identity object. Here, we are actually creating an object dependency. And this dependency is within the same schema. Let's execute it and you can see that our table with the dependency has been created. Now I am going to populate this table with 100 rows. Upon executing the query, you will see that 100 rows have been successfully inserted. Now let's quickly validate the dataset and the sequence IDs. And for that, I am going to write the query select star from the order with sequence table and limit 10. In the output, you can see that I am having a sequence ID starting with 2 and it is having an increment of 2 for each value. Now I am going to create a clone table which is called order sequence clone using order with sequence table. Okay, so our table has been successfully created. And you should remember that the table that we have just created is a clone of the table having a reference to the sequence object. Now, how do I know whether it has copied the reference correctly or not? For that, I am going to use the getDDL function. Here I can see that it has copied the sequence object reference properly. However, if your sequence object belongs to a different schema or a different database, make sure that you validate that this table has a usage access to that particular sequence and that has to be created manually because the clone doesn't do it if I am cloning the table directly. However, if you are trying to do it at the schema level or a database level cloning, then this will happen automatically as long as the sequence object belongs to the same schema or the same database. In that case, your grant and role will work properly. Now let's try to insert some extra record into the cloned object and see if the sequence is working properly or not. So here I am inserting 50 rows using the insert statement. Okay, so 50 rows have been inserted. So since it is incrementing the sequence value by 2, adding 50 more rows will make the incremental max value as a 300. Let's verify it by writing a select query, execute it, scroll down a little bit and you can see that the maximum value is 300. Let's run another select query on the source table, execute it and you can see that the source table is still having a value up to 200. So this means that after the cloning, both the objects become independent. And internally, they might be referring to some part of the partition from the same partition file. And that's the main feature of the zero copy clone, that once a cloning object is created, both the source and the clone table are independent of each other and they somehow refer to the main partition file. And that's all for this video. I'll see you in the next one.